The Miami air was thick with humidity and anticipation, a palpable energy that seemed to vibrate from the Art Deco buildings of South Beach all the way to the sold-out Casilla Center. For Dua Lipa, these 2 nights in the city of sun and salsa weren't just another stop on the Radical Optimism tour, they were a promise of pure, unadulterated joy. Night 1. The Electric Spark. Backstage, the pre-show ritual was a cocktail of focused calm and bubbling excitement. Dua, in a custom, shimmering silver outfit that caught the light like a disco ball, could hear the roar of the crowd, a deep, rolling wave of sound. She took a deep breath, a small smile playing on her lips. "Miami," she whispered to her manager, "you can just feel it. This is going to be special." From the moment she exploded onto the stage with "Training Season," the connection was instantaneous and electric. The sea of people didn't just sing along, they became a single, moving entity, a choir of tens of thousands. During, levitating, as the confetti cannons burst, she found herself running from one end of the stage to the other, her grin so wide it made her cheeks ache. She wasn't just performing, she was playing. She'd pause, hand cupped to her ear, letting the crowd take over the chorus, their voices soaring through the arena. The sheer volume of it sent a shiver of delight down her spine. The highlight was "One Kiss." As the familiar synth intro pulsed through the speakers, a wave of recognition swept over the audience. Dua, feeding off the frenzy, broke from her choreography for a moment. She danced freely, effortlessly, at the edge of the stage, reaching out to touch a sea of outstretched hands, her laughter caught by the microphone. It was a perfect, spontaneous moment of shared euphoria. Walking off stage that first night, drenched in sweat and exhilaration, she turned to her team. "That was insane. I want to do it all again tomorrow." Night 2. The Soulful Encore. If the first night was an electric spark, the second was a deep, soulful fire. Buoyed by the success of the previous show, Dua entered the stage with a different kind of confidence, softer, more connected. She'd even made a slight change to her setlist, wanting to give Miami something unique. This time, she interacted more, telling little anecdotes between songs, her voice warm and slightly hoarse from the night before. When she saw a fan's brilliantly designed sign for "Cool," she pointed right at them and winked before launching into the song, making that fan's entire life. Mid-concert, during a stripped-down segment, she sat on a stool with just a guitarist. The arena lights dimmed, leaving her in a single, warm spotlight. She spoke to the crowd not as a global pop star, but as someone sharing a secret. "You guys have the most beautiful energy," she said, her voice sincere. "I'm having so much fun with you." The crowd responded with a wave of affectionate cheers that felt like a hug. The finale, Houdini, was a masterclass in controlled chaos. Knowing it was the last song of her Miami run, she poured every last ounce of her energy into the performance. The dancers seemed to move with more precision, the lights were more vibrant, and Dua herself was a whirlwind of motion and power. As the final note echoed and the pyrotechnics lit up the stage, she stood, chest heaving, taking in the roaring, screaming, cheering mass before her. She placed a hand over her heart, her eyes glistening with genuine emotion, mouthing, thank you," over and over. Later, long after the last fan had left the arena, Dua found herself on a balcony overlooking the glittering Miami skyline, the ocean breeze cooling her skin. The silence was a stark contrast to the hours of deafening music. She scrolled through videos on her phone, clips of the crowd singing, of her own unrestrained laughter on stage, of the explosive finales. 2 beautiful nights. One, a high-voltage party, the other, a heartfelt conversation with a city that knew how to celebrate. She felt a profound gratitude. This was why she did it. For the connection, the shared release, the radical optimism of thousands of voices singing as one. Miami had given her that, twice over, and as she closed her eyes, she knew the memory of those 2 nights would fuel her for the rest of the tour.